friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Kayla and I appreciate you all so very much for being here and hanging out and crocheting or just hanging out. Whatever it is you might be working on or doing today. And if you're just doing laundry and listening to my video, that is perfectly fine also. I appreciate you. So I hope you're all having a great day. I'm kind of getting started recording this video late, so hopefully I will get it uploaded before the day gets too far gone. But anyway, guys, today is day number 6 of days of working on this video blanket, and you can see it has grown a good bit, so this might end up being a good size blanket if it's this size and it's only on day 6. So we'll see, but this is a short month. Is it what? Yeah, it's a short month. February is a short month, so it may, you know, that'll be good too. Anyway, guys, if you haven't caught up, if you've missed some of those videos and want to catch up, you're welcome to go back and catch up on those videos and find out, more information about all this, what's going on here and how this became to be. So those videos are on my channel, the ones before this. And yesterday I had a little bonus video, and I'm going to try to throw in some bonus videos here and there, and not every day, but a couple times a week probably or so. Yesterday I opened some mini fashion balls. And it was some stuff I got for Christmas that I just haven't opened. I was really late in even unwrapping my Christmas gifts. And like way down at the end of January by the time I ended up even unwrapping my gifts. Because I was sick, had surgery and was sick and just didn't have it in me to do it. And I still haven't opened my presents, opened the boxes or items or whatever. So I'm doing that, and yesterday I did that and opened 2 of those little surprise balls on video, and I was going to put those on Instagram, and then I thought, well, let me just throw that on YouTube also, because not everybody has Instagram, and I know that. And I laughed and laughed at myself for not knowing what the MF stood for until later in the video. And so when Big Daddy came home, I told him that, and he's like, you did not. And I was like, yeah, I mean, when you're recording a video and you're talking and trying to think as you talk, you're thinking so much, you just can't think of everything, all right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. Anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about, catch that little short video about opening the surprise balls. So I'm just going to get started. I'm, just crocheting here, making the rounds. I'm on the purple. You can see I'm fixing to overlap that color there. Yeah. And like I said, you're welcome to go back and catch up on any of the previous videos for this month to learn all the deets on this and everything. This finger right here is giving me a lot of trouble. It is hurting and throbbing along here. So I'm still trying to just carry on and do what I gotta do, but I am worried about it. I would appreciate prayer and wonderful, great thoughts for it. But, yeah. So I'm just going to jump in and start answering some of these questions, because the video does get really long, and I know that's too long for some people and not long enough for other people. So just watch what you can and carry on. Alright, so somebody asked what my favorite stitch is. Well, it is a double crochet. I really like the double crochet. It just is soothing to me. I like that repetition of it. And I just like that. I like the double crochet. Okay, somebody asked about having Zeke's mom to come and help me. That's a no-go. It would be a great idea, except she has 7 children, and she homeschools, and she's busy. She has kids going to therapy different days of the week, and homeschool activities and just things like that. There's no way I would ask her to do that, because as a homeschool mom, I know how busy that life is, and so no, I would never ask her to do that. She don't have time. She really, really don't. Hold on a second. I'll see another question. Let's see. Oh, somebody mentioned how, I've been talking about Hawaii for some reason. I don't know why. Somebody said Hawaii is really expensive. I kind of figured it would be, since it is a lot of tourists. I figured it would be expensive. But it's still nice to think about going there and just, sitting on the beach in the perfect weather. Somebody asked, why don't I sit in a recliner and crochet? Well, I don't have a recliner. I do not have a recliner. And Big Daddy had a recliner, but it broke, and we ordered parts trying to fix it, and just could not figure out what was wrong with it to get it fixed. It was a electric recliner, and I finally told him, we are not putting no more money into that recliner. Because I put too much money into it. Ordered a $100 remote control, it's a corded thing that goes on it that would control all the things and all, because you can't work it without the electricity working in it. The hydraulics of it and stuff, his got stuck in the open position, and it would not close. The remote control wouldn't work. Nothing would work on it. Yeah, we ended up, I just had to get Dakota and Elijah coordinated finally to get out here together and just remove that chair. So, yeah, we don't have a recliner. He needs one desperately for his legs, and so I was wanting to get him one, but then his truck broke down, and so we don't have a way to get one now to get it home. I was looking on Marketplace, trying to find affordable one for him, not electric one. I am not doing that again. Those things tear up so easily. You have to change, get new parts and stuff for it. I'm not doing that. So let's see, somebody asked about hook size and yarn. Well, I'm using a 4-weight yarn right here, and I'm using a 6mm J hook. They wanted to know, do I go down a size? I probably go up a size. For blankets, I always use a J hook, which is 6mm, just because I like the way it feels in a blanket. So I don't know. I don't have a rule about that. It depends on the project, and it depends on what my hands are capable of doing at the moment. Sometimes I'd like to go down to for amigurumis, I'd like to go down to a 4mm hook, but then sometimes my hands are the lowest we're going is a 5 today. And so the lowest I go is a 5. Let's see. Somebody asked about, I was talking about I can't cut. I have a hard time cutting, and they were asking about using a rotary cutter. That's probably a good idea. I'm going to have to try and see if that is helpful to me. I don't have strength in this hand. I don't know how hard you have to push down to use a rotary cutter. Rotary cutter, is that the way? Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if I could use that or not, to be honest. But it's a great thought, right? And I'm gonna try that and see. Okay, oh, my legs. My legs are doing better. I had, talked about they had swelled up and were leaking, weeping. I've been trying to keep them up as much as possible. Like when I'm not, doing something, I'll go lay down in the bed and get my legs up. They have went down some, and they're not weeping as bad. I mean, they were weeping really bad there for a few days. It was so much that I kept having to take my flip-flop off and dry it off because it was wet. It would just, water just running down my leg into my flip-flop. But it is better. It still needs to get a little bit more better, mo better. But it's better than it was. So I'm just gonna, keep an eye on that and try to keep my legs up. All right, let's see. Several people have mentioned my finger hook. This came from Etsy like a good while back. I don't remember, maybe a year and a half ago. It's just a finger, like a zombie finger, I guess. I really wanted one that was painted up like, fleshed to look like a person's finger, but that's the only one I found available on Etsy when I was looking at the time, and so that's what I went with, and I love it. I love that green finger. And so I don't know who made this or where it actually came from other than off Etsy. But if you look on Etsy and look for, the, how do you say it? See, I lost my words. The larger hooks, y'all know what I'm talking about. Search for that, and then you might, if you find somebody who makes some larger hooks, then you could talk to them and tell them like what your hand issue is and what size hook you want in the diameter. This is 3 inches, believe it or not, 3 inches around, and that's perfect for me. And these are about 3 inches also, and that fits good for me. Now, if your hands are smaller or bigger, you might need adjustment there. But that's what's working for me at the moment. Now, that could change. A lot of people have been asking about cups, and they never see that, I've answered it, but that's okay. Sometimes we don't, get to watch the whole video, and because these are long videos, and I get that. I understand that. So I'm trying to answer some of those questions like up front. Big Daddy has just been swamped at work. He does plan on doing cups again. He loves doing that, and he wants to do it. He has plans, but he has some deadlines for some audits at work that he's doing, and so he just has a lot going on, but he's going to get back on that. All right, let's see. Okay, several people have mentioned that they do theirs when they get to the end. Let's see. Okay, so say they're crocheting along and they get to this and they connect, then they turn theirs and work on the back side and go back around. That works out great for some people, and some people really like that. I'm not one of those people that like that. I just like going around on the front side. I don't like turning it and working on the back side and doing all that. So that's great that, it works for some people, but I just like doing it this way. My preference. All right, let's see what we got next. Oh, somebody was asking me about when I had purple hair, did I, bleach my hair? No, I never did. I would just do the purple over my dark hair, and it was fine that way. Now that I have this gray-white hair going on, a lot of times what I found was that dye, it doesn't stick to a lot of my hair, and that could be from medications I take or the illnesses that I have or such. I'm not really sure. If somebody's out there, a hairdresser, they might have a better idea. But a lot of times hair dye won't stick to some of my hair at all. So, no, but I never did bleach my hair. I would just dye it over the dark color. Yes, okay, so I opened those balls yesterday, the mini brands, and then somebody told me that there's a mini brand that would fit patina, the mini brand shoes that they fit Ken. I do have 2 of those balls that I got for Christmas, and so I plan on opening those, and I'm hoping that those shoes will fit patina, but then I wonder if they're going to be too big or what, but maybe she can wear some socks with them if they're too big. But I do have 2 of those balls I plan on opening. Those were so much fun to open. They were. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, so somebody was saying, how did I go about picking yarn colors? Do I use a chart or what, you know? Okay, so when I went in my yarn room to get colors for this blanket, I planned on getting red, white, and pink, and maybe like some gray or black or something to go with it. I don't particularly enjoy using black, but I could use that on this stitch. I could use it on this stitch as long as it's not like amigurumis. But anyway, when I went in my room, that was my plan, and I started just pulling some colors that were just speaking to me, and then I saw this color here, and I grabbed it and just went with that. And yeah, it was a quick thing. I probably wasn't in the room more than 5 minutes and came out with my colors. I find that if I spend too much time thinking about something, that I could think it to death. So I don't think. You're probably like, yeah, we noticed. No, I just don't think about things too long. I just do it. Because if I think too long, I'm going to question it and change my mind and then wonder, you know. So, yeah, I just don't spend a lot of time thinking about stuff. I really don't. I'm just adding in my white next. And I do like how these little balls have worked up. Let me see. It's kind of hard to do that with that middle finger hurting so bad. All right, I got it. Let's go clip my little ends off. I don't clip too close to the knot. I'll leave a little bit there. All right, and I know there's ways to do, you know, the magic knot and adding that in where you can't tell and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not about that. I'm about it looking homemade. I like the homemade look. Okay, so let's see if there's another question here. My favorite holiday. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Favorite holiday. I'm going down the year thinking. Well, I do like Thanksgiving because people just get together and enjoy each other's company, and it's not like a pressure thing of like you have to buy these gifts and things like that. You're just getting together to just enjoy each other, and it's not about gifts or anything like that. So I would probably say Thanksgiving. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Okay. Childhood Barbies. Somebody was mentioning that they had their childhood Barbies, and how their mom used to buy them dresses for their dolls, and they want to get them out and display them. I think that is so wonderful. I don't have many of my childhood Barbies. Those were passed to my nieces, who did not take care of anything, and so yeah, all that ended up in trash. But I do have a few Barbies that, you know, are vintage or special to me. But yeah, I think that's great that you have your childhood Barbies and can, I hope you're able to get those down and display them so you can just look at them and admire them and just think about memories from when you were younger. All right, let's see. Somebody asked if I were to lose my thumb, and I'm assuming she's talking about this thumb, would I still try to crochet? I would give it a very good go. I would try. I would give it a very good go, and probably with the use of hand device, such as, you know, I use this a lot. With this, I can crochet without that thumb. Mainly, I use my thumb here to hold when I chain and stuff like that, and so I wouldn't need my thumb to hold the hook, because the hook is being held to my hand. So yeah, I think I could, I think I still could. Here comes Sassy girl. No. Sassy just picked that up like, no, this is mine. You can lay right there. Okay? Lay down. She wants to lay on the blanket. Silly girl. Somebody had said something about thank you for letting Sassy lay up there. I didn't let her. She does what she wants to do. I really have no control. I don't. I have no control over what she does. Because like Phoebe, I could tell her no, and she'll like back down or whatever. I can tell her, you know, go get in your puppy bed, and she'll go get in her puppy bed. You can tell a cat something all day long, and they're just gonna be like, why are you talking? Cats just don't have that minding thing about them like a dog does. Somebody asked, this was a good question. Somebody asked, whenever I go out, do people recognize me from YouTube? We've had that to happen a couple of times. And me and Big Daddy did share this one time in a video that we were in Big Lots and we were checking out, and I don't even know what we were talking about beforehand, but this lady turns around and says, I watch y'all on YouTube. And I was just like in shock. I really was. I just, you know, was not expecting that. And so then afterwards, Dad's like, what was we talking about before she turned around? I was like, I don't know. But, so we had that to happen then, and we talked to her for a moment. And then in the same area of town, Ollie's is right next to Piccadilly. Well, it's in the same shopping center. We were in Piccadilly one night. Yeah, the first lady saw us in Ollie's. Okay, and then one night we went to Piccadilly, And we went in and got our thing, and the waitress always helps me with my tray because I can't carry the tray. So I was like trying to catch up with her, and I passed by several people. I didn't really pay that much attention to them because I was trying to catch up with the waitress. And then Big Daddy came and set his tray down. He said, I'm going to go to the restroom. And so he walked off, and then I heard him talking to somebody. I couldn't see because there's plants and stuff in the middle of the place. Like, there's lots of, like, plants and decorations, and then some seating, and then plants and decoration and all that. And so he was way up there on the other side, like there was lots of plants and stuff in between us. But I could hear him talking to someone, but I really couldn't make out what they were all saying. And so I was like, who is he talking to? I don't know. I didn't see anybody I knew, but I didn't really pay that much attention. But he came back. I said, who is he talking to? He said, some people that watch your YouTube. And I was like, what? What? He said, yeah, that the husband told the wife, I think that somebody I watch on YouTube. And then whenever he saw Jody, he was like, yeah, that's them. And so Jody talked to him a minute, and then whenever they finished up, they came by the table and talked to us. And so from what I understood, they live here in our town, and she works in another town at a sheriff's office. And I'm not sure what he does, but he's the one that watches my YouTube. And he found us one day from our zoo trip. And so anyway, I thought that was interesting. We talked to them. I'm so glad they stopped and spoke and said something to us, and got Big Daddy's attention and talked to him. So that was fun. But other than that, not really. So those 2 times that I can really say that, people have stopped and said, hey, I, watch you on YouTube. So, no, we're not, most people, like a lot of people I know in real life, they don't even know I have a YouTube. Okay? I don't even think my nieces know that I have a YouTube, honestly. Oh, Sassy baby. I know. Yeah, I don't really talk about it and tell people. Stop. Now, I did tell this lady that I had saw in town that she should start a YouTube, because I would totally watch her YouTube, but I didn't get her name and talk to her or anything really, but I did say this to her, and I know she thought I was lying, because why wouldn't she? I told her, I said, you should start a YouTube channel. And then I said, I have a YouTube channel. And I said, I have over 22,000 subscribers. And she probably thought, yeah, right. Right? That's what she thought. But anyway, I laugh about that because I never even told her the channel or anything. Never got her name, never told her my name. Anyway, let's see. Market bags. Yes, I do plan on making some market bags. After I talked about that and I thought about it a little more, I do want to make some market bags. And I remember seeing a pattern that I want to do, because I like the look of that bag. What I'll have to do is see how time consuming that is, because if I'm doing something for markets, I don't want a project that's hard or lengthy to do. I'd want to do some easy bags so that I could make, a bunch of them. So yeah, I'm going to think about that some more. And when I get ready to do that, which I'm not ready right now, I will, figure out the pattern I'm going to use and share that with you guys and talk about it. So yeah, that's in the works, hopefully. Okay, somebody asked, do I collect Cabbage Patch dolls? I never had a Cabbage Patch doll. My friend Angela got a Cabbage Patch doll for Christmas one year, and she didn't even like dolls. Her mom liked dolls and would decorate Angela's bedroom in dolls, and Angela hated dolls. So, yeah. But she did get a Cabbage Patch one year, a little boy Cabbage Patch baby. But I never got one. I never had a Cabbage Patch doll. I did buy one at a thrift store one time. It's not a real Cabbage Patch. It's kind of the modern day knockoff Cabbage Patch dolls. But I did buy one at a thrift store one time. Here, I don't know, a couple years ago maybe. But the hair is kind of messed up on it. I've been kind of working on the hair every now and then when I pull that doll out. Trying to think where that doll is at the moment. I'm not sure. Okay, going on, a foundation chain. Someone was telling me how they use the foundation chain and how much better it is, and I know it is. I know it looks really nice. I don't do the foundation chain, but I know that it looks nice, and it would look nice to do it. I couldn't tell where to stick my hook. Like, I would never stick my hook in the right place. And so, yeah, I just don't do it. But I'm glad you can do it. And I'm glad that, go get Sissy. Go get her. Go. Sissy's in there playing without you. So anyway, I don't do it. Okay, so somebody asked about hobbies, what other hobbies I have, and then somebody else asked about hobbies and my limitations, like what hobbies would I have if I didn't have troubles, you know, whatever, I guess. Well, I used to paint. I did a lot of artwork and painted, and I enjoyed that tremendously. But it just got to the point where I couldn't hold my paintbrush steady enough to paint straight lines. And then I did a lot of abstract painting, because you don't have to be such straight, right? So, yeah. I don't do art anymore, really. I you know, did some art with the kids down the road, Zeke's family. I did some art with his little siblings this past summer, so they could put stuff in the fair. And I do plan on doing that again. Me and Zeke were talking about that we need to get started on that. It's just so cold right now. My house is really cold, so I need to wait till it warms up a little bit, because I don't want to have kids down here sitting in the dining room, which is in the middle of the house, where there's no heat. There's not any heat going through there, so we'll just wait till it warms up, and wouldn't be down here shivering and shaking and complaining about the cold. That's my job. Let's see. Somebody asked about what are strawberry shortcake colors, because I had mentioned that somebody else said that they were doing a blanket, but they are doing strawberry shortcake colors. I would say pink, a little bit darker pink, and this darker pink, a white, and like this lime green. Not lime, but it's, what color green is this? Spring green. I would say those colors together, these three and that, and add in a white, I would say that's strawberry shortcake colors to me. Now, I'm thinking of strawberry shortcake the doll. So, yeah, that's the colors for me. I'm not sure exactly what she was using, but that's the colors I think of for strawberry shortcake. Okay, so we were talking about, you know, being homebound, and I know a lot of you guys are. And so, I liked it when me and Big Daddy could go out on the weekends and take you and show you places and do things like that. So I do hope to do that again, you know, as it warms up. And like, I really wanted to go record the Mardi Gras parade. We then had 2 Mardi Gras parades, but it was raining both of those Saturdays, and yeah, we just didn't do it. We just did not go because that was, you know, it was just too wet and nasty. But, yeah, when you're homebound and you're not out in the public doing stuff and going out and doing things with friends, you do fall off their radar. I get exactly what you're saying. They forget about you. And, yeah. It's sad, but that's the way it is. But you know why, I think? It's because we're all so busy. Like, people are so busy. They have so much going on. I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people. They just have so much going on. They're trying to do all the things, and they forget about things that are important, like visiting with a friend. So, yeah, I think that's what happens. But, I know for me, like, I used to go out and do stuff and invite people to things and, you know, all about that kind of thing. But, as my health got bad, you know, worse, and sometimes it was to the point where I couldn't do things at all. I mean, it doesn't mean that my mind didn't want to do those things. I did. I wanted to go and do and hang out and do stuff. But if my body was like screaming no, and I couldn't even get dressed to go, and I'd have to call and cancel, or, you know, say, I'm not going to make it. And sometimes people get mad about that, you know. But they just don't understand the pain. They don't understand what all it takes to, you know, get ready to go somewhere. And by the time, if I have to get a shower to go somewhere, by the time I get that shower and get dressed, I need to lay down. I'm wore out, and I'm not going to be able to do it. So I usually, you know, try to take a shower like the night before. Or if I'm going somewhere one evening, I'll try to get a shower like earlier in the day or something like that, so that I'm not doing these things back to back, because I have to have rest time in there. But yeah, I get it. I know what it's like to fall off people's radar. Somebody was asking about what autoimmune diseases I have. Well, the biggest ones I have that affect me at the moment is Raynaud's and scleroderma, crest. And then I also have, like, okay, they said I've had lupus, mixed connective disease, Addison's disease, Sjogren's syndrome. I mean, there's lots of things they always tack on. I'm like, I don't need more. Don't. And trigeminal neuralgia, that's where a nerve in your face flares up. That is one painful thing. Got a little piece of yarn snagging right there. But anyway, yeah, there's too much. Way too much. But I'm just trying to keep the scleroderma at bay and, you know, watch out over my Raynaud's and just try to live the best life I can live at the moment. You know, I have good days and bad days, and on bad days, I can't hardly do squat. I mean, I just can't do much at all. I'm lucky if I can get out of the bed to go to the bathroom. But then sometimes I have a good day, and so on that good day, I do all the things. Like, I just want to do it all. I try to, live the life to the fullest on those days. So, yeah, it's ups and downs. It is. But I've learned over the years that I have to listen to my body and do what my body says. If my body says go lay down, I have to go lay down. If not, I'm going to deeply pay for that. And I'm going to deeply pay for it anyway. Even on those days where I have good days and I go out and do something, go enjoy life or go enjoy my family and stuff like that, yeah, I pay. You play, you pay. And so I definitely will have to spend a couple of days in the bed recuperating from that. But I'd rather spend a couple of days in the bed recuperating and get to go and do something with my kids or enjoy life and do things. Yeah, I could say, oh, I can't do that because it'll cause me to hurt the next few days. Well, I'm going to hurt anyway, and I'm hurting at that moment anyway. So yeah, I'm going to live life all that I can and not use it as an excuse not to do things. But when I can, I can't. Right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Somebody asked, did either my sons crochet? No. And Elijah never will. If somebody was going to learn, it would be Dakota. Dakota has done embroidery. He's artsy. He's done embroidery and different things like that. He, paints and all kinds of artwork and stuff. So if anybody was going to do it, it would be Dakota. And I really would like to teach him how. And we just never have done it. And I said that I would like to make videos teaching him how, like videos and that he could watch to learn how. And I said that before, and then somebody said, well, he could go to so-and-so's channel, but he could, but I really want to be the one to teach him. And so I would like to put make some videos up and put them out here on my channel so that one day, if he decides to do it, he can come to Mom's channel, and that way Mom taught him to crochet. I may not be here at that time, but we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? I might talk to him about that and see. Oh, let's see. Yeah, somebody was mentioning that they diamond paint. I have not tried that. I love the look of that. I love to see people's finished projects. I don't think I personally would enjoy it because I think it would be too tedious for me. I just don't like tedious projects, and I don't know. I'm just afraid I wouldn't like it. And then I might have difficulty doing it too. I don't know. Sassy. So I'm just going up to the next row. I'm almost finished with this little bit of white, and then I'll add in variegated after that. See how far that ball takes. Sassy. Okay, let's see. Somebody was saying to find somebody to crochet. They were saying, I guess, I don't know what they were saying to ask on a Facebook group, but I don't know what Facebook group they were talking about. And then somebody, I don't know if it's the same person or what, I just kind of jotted this down together so I could talk about it all at the same time. Somebody said something about a senior citizen group. We do have a senior center here where they do classes and things like that, but I'm not old enough. I called them and talked to them, and they said, call back in a few years. I'm not old enough. I mean, are they going to ID me? Do I have to show proof that I'm old enough? I don't know. Let's see. Somebody asked if we were going to get Big Daddy's truck fixed. Probably not. That truck is so old. It has way, way over 300,000 miles on it. Like, I know it had over 300,000 miles on it a couple years ago. So, I don't know how many miles is on that truck, but it's a lot. We've drove that truck till all the wheels have fell off at some point. Like, the axles actually broke. Yeah, we've put a lot of money into fixing that truck. And, yeah, we need to just eventually get something else for him. Well, actually, I got that little car, and then he's been driving the car, so he kind of likes that car, and he said, when we get something, we need to get something for you. And he would continue driving that car because it's super good on gas. It's a little Kia Soul, and it is like really good on gas. And since he does drive a long ways to work, that's great. So eventually, and me, I wouldn't be driving long ways. I would just be, like run uptown for a minute and come back, and So that is, we're not going to do that like anytime right soon, because we got taxes coming up and other things that has to be done first. But that is a thought that we've talked about, getting another vehicle. So one day. Let's see. Oh, somebody asked if we liked Cajun food. Big Daddy is all about that Cajun food, okay? We love spices and flavors. Oh, yes. Now, I'm limited on what I can eat. I can't eat that many different things. But I used to love, like some good spicy Cajun flavored foods. And I do try sometimes to put some flavorings and seasonings in, like mashed potatoes and stuff. It ends up being yucky. But Big Daddy's all about some Cajun food. Yes, yes. Do I consider myself a night owl? Well, it's 5:21, and I've been up all night. I never went to bed. I did take a nap. I sleep when my body lets me, and I'm up when my body says, I've laid here too long. Let me get a drink of tea. I find that in the late evenings, 7, 8 o'clock, I go lay down for a few hours and get a little nap in, or just rest. And then when I get up, I'm usually up for a few hours. But, and then, then I'll go lay back down again. But I've just been staying up this week because I've been doing these videos and just working on some other things. But I'm totally a night owl anyway. That's when I get my wind to do whatever project I'm doing, whether it's crochet, whether it used to be art, whether, whatever it is, cleaning. I'm going to get that burst of energy in the middle of the night. Yep. Okay, let's see. Somebody asked, Lisa was telling me about her and her friend. I guess they, Zoom. I'm not sure exactly. But, that sounds lovely, Lisa. I'm glad that you have that person to do that with. Now, I don't have internet connection here in the sticks. where I live, we don't have an internet service. So I'm just using like hotspot. So I really am not, you know, at a place where I can be online like that. Hotspot, you know, with a hotspot and all that. But thank you just the same. Let's see. Okay, somebody asked me if people is ever negative towards my health issues. Yes, I know exactly what you're saying. There's people who will try to downplay what you're going through, or they just won't listen to you. And they just try to act like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. There were some people in my life like that. I'm not going to say they were friends, because now I realize they were not friends. But yes, they would belittle my health issues and try to make me do things that my body could not do. And so I got away from those people. They were bad news. They were, and it was just, they were toxic. Okay. They would try to tell me, you know, like, oh, don't take your medications. Get off all those medications. Medications, you know, are evil, basically, is what they were saying. And so, yeah, I did get away from those people. But yeah, when people, if they're, you know, people that you can get away with, I just wouldn't put up with that. Only you know your body. Only you know your limitations. And you can't see pain. You can't look at somebody and see their physical pain. So, and if somebody cannot take your word for you're hurting, then they're not your friend. Honestly, they're not. And if they're a family member and that situation's happening, I would try to find a way to explain that to them. But some people don't want to hear it. I know that. Some people just don't, or about themselves, and they don't really want to know or understand. So I would limit time with that. Do what's best for you. Honestly. And as a person with chronic health, chronic pain, you know, chronic conditions, you can't let other people bring you down, because you're down enough as it is. You're trying to bring yourself up and enjoy life and have a good day, even though you're in pain and things are going on out of your control, and you don't need somebody pulling you back down. I mean, I don't. I can't deal with that. So, no toxic people in my life. I have a rule, no dramas, no toxic. And we have learned to be careful of people we let in our home, because not everybody has the same mindset, and I don't know how to say that without saying too much off into that mud hole. But we've kind of learned to limit and be careful of who we let in our home. Let's see. Oh, so somebody, this is really cute, and I've done that before, if you remember, but, excuse you? Wait. Wait, I was doing something here. Hello? Somebody is making a blanket like this, and she says she made 3 mistakes, and so she crocheted some little hearts, and she put over those mistakes some little heart patches. That is perfect. I love it. I love that idea. Baby, I need you to move, though, seriously. I love that. And I don't know if you'll remember, but one time when I was doing one of those big mandala blankets, I had that to happen where I was, I don't remember if it was where I was joining in a new yarn or it was some stitch that I had issue with, and most people would not have seen it, but to me, I knew that that little issue was there, and so every time I looked at the blanket, I saw that, so I ended up doing the same thing. I crocheted a little heart and put over that little spot, fixed it, looked perfect, looked like I was supposed to make the heart there, that I meant for it to have a heart. So yeah, that works. And then if you want to add more hearts in just to make it look like you intentionally put these hearts around, you know, if you don't make any more mistakes that you're trying to cover up. What are you doing, Sis Sassy? Just add some more hearts to make it look like it was intentional. But yeah, that's a great idea. I did want to mention that in case someone else, you know, hadn't thought of that. Adding a little heart patch over mistakes. Let's see. What else we got? Questions. Oh, somebody asked about the sweater in my intro. Yes, that pattern is by Premier Yarns. It's on their website. It's a granny pullover sweater, and Cinnamon Stitches did do a tutorial of that pattern, so you can look there also. Let's see. Oh, somebody said they were having tea with brown sugar and milk. I've never had that. But I think I want to try that. So I'm thinking of trying some hot tea with some brown sugar and some milk. So I'm going to try that. Thanks for mentioning that. Somebody asked about why Big Daddy doesn't work from home. He can't. He has to go into his job. He has lots of responsibilities and jobs. Like, he probably does the jobs of 6, 7 people at his work. No joke. He just has lots of responsibilities. He's a compliance officer at his work. He's also the safety person. He's also the person that does audits and, you know, gets approved by insurance companies so that they get paid. Turns in, you know, all this kind of stuff. He has to go over with the counselors and the nurses what they're supposed to be doing and filling out paperwork correctly. He is also the supervisor of the nurse techs, so he has to, you know, constantly keep up with what they're doing, make sure they're doing the right thing, go over, you know, policies, reviews with them. He also, on Fridays, he does orientation with new patients. Every Friday he does orientation, and that's about like a 2-hour thing where he does a slideshow and talks about their rules and policies. It's at a drug rehab, okay? So he has lots and lots of things he does. He can't just work from home. He has to be there. But it would be nice if he could. It really would. I wouldn't mind him being here, as long as he stayed back there. He has his den, and I have my parlor, and so we don't sit in the same room. We don't watch TV together. He's a channel flipper, and I'm not. I like to just find a movie and watch it, but he flips channels, like, just as you're like, oh, what are they going to do? What's going to happen? He flips the channel. And then you're like, okay, so now we're watching this. All right. Oh, what is she going to add to that recipe? Oh, I bet that's going to be good. Let's see what else she puts in it. And then he changes the channel. And then it's cowboys chasing each other, shooting each other. I mean, we cannot watch TV together. I cannot handle that. I just feel like screaming when he's flipping those channels like that. I don't watch TV like that. I find something I want to watch and I watch it from the front to the end, unless I have to pause it or something. But yeah, he stays back there in the den. He just comes through here if he needs to go to the restroom. And I go back there sometimes and just check on him, see if he's asleep, see if he needs anything. We both check on each other and see if the other one needs anything. Like, we both need help, but we both help each other. I'll go back there and I'll say, you know, hey, you need something? You need something to drink or whatever? And he'll say, well, I was just fixing to come ask you if you need anything. So, yeah. Oh, and somebody did ask about a grabber. Why don't I use a grabber? I have one my friend Kim sent me. Thank you, Kim. And I use it all the time. But it's not always with me, right? Sometimes it's way back there and I might drop something right here at my desk and need to pick it up. And that's, you know, why I reach and try to pick up things with this hand. But yeah, I have a grabber and I use it for lots of different things. But it's not always with me, you know, like we have actually a basket that we keep it in back there so we know where it's at and we both can use it. But, yeah, sometimes when I go in my yarn room, I'll get that grabber and take it in there with me so I can reach yarn and get it down. But, yeah, so I think that's about all the questions. So this video actually went a little bit faster. And that was like 38 questions, y'all. Some of them I combined together and some of them were repeats. But anyway, let's see. I finished up my Valentine scavenger hunt photos for patina. So those have all got to be turned in today on the 6th. So I'm trying to get those. I've finished taking them. I just got to make sure they're edited and uploaded. It's just a fun thing to do, you know. Stuff like that. I mean, I'm not doing that scavenger hunt like saying like, oh, I want to win, I want to win. To me, if I'm able to do the pictures and Sassy, what are you doing? If I'm able to take the photos, I'm a winner. Okay? Because I'm not, if y'all could see her, she's like climbing up on my shoulder. She wants me to hold her because she's okay, Sassy. Yeah, she wants me to hold her and love on her. But anyway, to me, I'm a winner if I'm able to get those pictures and do them. I'm not worried about like winning the contest. I think there's going to be a first, second, third place winners or something like that. But to me, something like that, like a little photo challenge, that is an escape for me. It takes my mind. It gives me something to focus on and takes my mind off of, you know, pain and stuff like that. So I love stuff like that. I love those little photo challenges and just, you know, something I can think about other than, you know, oh my gosh, I'm hurting so bad. I don't want to think that all the time. And so, yeah, I love the little photo scavenger hunt type things or photo challenge. Somebody made this up and put it out there for people who collect patinas. And so, sometimes I'll do look for something like that. And sometimes I'm able to find, some kind of monthly, daily photo challenge type thing. Now, on daily ones, I may not get it done every day because, you know, some days I just may not be able to get out of the bed to do things. But, I do enjoy something like that. Sassy, you are ridiculous. You are ridiculous. Yes, you are. She just is my love bug. She loves to cuddle. She wants to be all up on me all the time, even when I don't have time for her. And I'm like, and give me 5 minutes, give me 5 minutes. And I'll rush and try to finish up. And then I'll go lay down with her and cuddle. She knows that I'm there for her. And, you know, like I said yesterday, somebody asked, was she my pain support animal? But I think I'm her emotional support animal, human. Because she's all about having to get those snuggles Huh, Sassy? Alright guys, so I'm going to let you all get going, and hopefully I might be able to finish up working on this variegated. I'll probably go around a little bit on it. So when I come back on tomorrow for the next video, I'll have that gray here, and then I'll start back over with different size balls, adding in these colors again, so that it all won't be the same. But we can take a look at it real quick and see how it's looking. You can see here on the outside there's white and purple kind of just mix and blend together. And here on that second row in is where I was using the fuchsia and went to the purple. But yeah, and here I was using the pink and used that pink around until it ran out, and I had to add in the darker pink at some point. Yeah, right there. So I like the way it looks like this. You know, as I was saying, your skeins of yarn's going to get smaller, so your yarn's not going to go all the way around if you're using that one skein. Now, if you have 2 or 3 colors, skeins of that same color, yeah, you can do that. But in this case, I could not. So, just changing that up to the different balls. I'm going in the same color sequence, just different size balls, so it ends randomly, such as, you know, that just randomly ended, and so I started the variegated. That, it's still going to be appealing to the eye. Now, when you do something like that, you do want to start that before it gets way too far into the project, because if you're just going around single row, single row, single row, and then all of a sudden you're not, it might be too drastic and it might be a noticeable, you know, thing. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm excited to see how it does turn out. Well, I thank you all for watching and just hanging out with me, guys. I love y'all. Remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet. And I will see you in the next video, friends. Bye, friends.